大家好, I'm Jim Schneider, and this is Shanghai A-Z, a video series on daily life, culture, and travel destinations in Shanghai, China, and, according to my mom, the best series on all of YouTube, featuring the most handsome, charming, and talented host on the entire internet. Me. But that's according to my mom too, of course. I would never say anything like that about myself. I'm too humble. Probably the most humble host of anyone on this whole series of tubes that we call the World Wide Web. On today's episode, we'll explore the happiest place in Shanghai. No, not the, for all intents and purposes, mandatory COVID testing sites. Those have all but disappeared from what I understand. I'm talking about Disneyland. And after a quick word from one of our sponsors, I'll give you free admission to this magical and spectacular theme park. Figuratively speaking, of course. Life is beautiful. Sometimes. It can also be incredibly boring and difficult and annoying. We all have responsibilities we'd rather not fulfill 100% of the time for whatever reason. Maybe they're too dull, too time-consuming, or too stressful. The chores, the exams, the family and relationship obligations, the work meetings, the manslaughter trials, blah, 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 blah. You get the picture. Sometimes you're not feeling up to it, or you'd just plain rather be doing something else, like shopping, or playing video games, or masturbating. Now I can hear you saying, but Jim, no one is exempt from these mundane aspects of life, right? Don't we all have to suck it up and take one for the team once in a while? Don't we all have to take that driving exam at the DMV, sit through that sexual harassment training session at the office, perform that heart surgery, or whatever? Well, not anymore, my friends. Thanks to Replace-A-Buddies. Replace-A-Buddies will take your place anytime, anywhere, for any reason, and allow you to reclaim your freedom to decide how you really want to use your precious time. Because you've got to remember that for each one of us, time is a non-renewable resource. You're going to die one day, and you have absolutely no idea when your time will come, for certain. Do you really want to waste your afternoon sitting through your niece's piano recital or visiting your sick friend in the hospital? Yeah. Why not book a Replace-A-Buddy and spend your day smoking cigarettes at the beach? Look, if there's a whack task that lacks the gas to keep you on track, don't have a heart attack, Jack. Replace-A-Buddies has got your back. From the smallest of errands to the most devious of plots and schemes, Replace-A-Buddies has got you covered. Don't want to go to the store? Call a Replace-A-Buddy to handle that chore. Don't want to serve that lengthy prison sentence? Let a Replace-A-Buddy enjoy your 3 hots and a cot until they rot. The only thing Replace-A-Buddies won't do is babysit your children. Repeat, Replace-A-Buddies will not babysit your kids. Find Replace-A-Buddies on the dark web and enter the promo code REPLACE/Schneider to save big on your first awesome replacement experience. Oh, and you're going to need that promo code, by the way. It's an incredibly expensive service. Okay, be honest. Did you even know that Shanghai had a Disneyland? Because, I'll be honest, I sure didn't. Not until I moved to Shanghai in 2018 and saw Disney Resort on the subway map. And even then, I was skeptical. I mean, how could I not know about a Disneyland park in Shanghai? I knew about the locations in California, Florida, Paris, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. But the existence of Shanghai Disneyland was completely off my radar. And what did I do once Shanghai Disneyland was on my radar? I believe I said, meh. I wasn't that interested. I was much more curious about the historical landmarks, the cultural sites, parks, and neighborhoods that Shanghai had to offer than I was about exploring Disneyland. Been there, done that was my feeling about Disneyland. I hadn't moved halfway around the world just to hear Mickey Mouse speak Mandarin. Besides, I could do that online if I wanted to, and I didn't want to. However, after I'd seen more of what Shanghai had to offer, and after I started working on this Shanghai A-Z project, a visit to Disneyland seemed like a fun idea. It wasn't an easy place to visit, though. In January of 2020, the park closed for 3.5 months in response to COVID. When it reopened, I was in Korea, waiting to be allowed back into China. And when I was finally able to return to Shanghai, it was too cold to go to Disneyland. Then it was too hot, too rainy, too busy, or my friends and I couldn't arrange a time to go together. Then in 2022, the park closed again, along with the entire city of Shanghai. And I was beginning to think that a trip to Disneyland just wasn't in the cards for me, at least in Shanghai. Fortunately, perhaps thanks to a little Disney magic, the city reopened again in June of 2022, followed by Disneyland. My friends and I made plans to visit as soon as the conditions were right. We wanted a day with decent weather during the week and not on a holiday so that it wouldn't be too crowded. And we actually managed to arrange it. We bought our tickets online, and when the day arrived, we hopped on the nearest subway and met at Disney Resort Station just before the park was set to open. And we stayed until the park closed that evening after a massive fireworks display. It was an awesome day. Magical. But you don't have to listen to me talk about it. I put a montage together for you so you can see what Shanghai Disneyland looks like, free of charge. But I will accept donations. Roll that Disneyland montage, Josh. All right, thank you, Josh. Wasn't that great, folks? Didn't that look like fun? What a day. If you're in Shanghai and you're on the fence about going to Disneyland, I encourage you to go for it. As long as the weather's nice and it's not too crowded, you'll have a great time. Of course, if it's hotter than the Devil's Kitchen and more crowded than a can of sardines, you might be miserable. But overall, Shanghai Disneyland is fun for kids and kids at heart. It's got a great variety of attractions, and it's large enough so that you won't get bored, but small enough so that you can see the whole thing in a day or two, depending on crowd sizes and the pace you set for yourself. It's only been open since 2016, so it still feels new and clean, and all your favorite characters are there, and come on, it's Disneyland. Just go join the fun. Or the misery. Either way, you'll make memories that'll last a lifetime. What was I just talking about? All right, all you adventure lovers and adrenaline junkies out there, it's time for me to tell you about Ascendia Sports, a 100% real and legitimate business owned and operated by my friend Josh, a 100% real and legitimate businessman, not one of those heartless business bots you've been hearing about on the news. So what is Ascendia Sports? Well, it is your go-to booking website for adventure sports and activities around the globe. Go ahead and click on the link in this video's description or type ASCENDIA-SPORTS.com into your favorite web browser and then select the country or region that you're living in or visiting to explore your options. Choose from a wide range of activities like skydiving, paragliding, rafting, and many more. Let Ascendia Sports help you add some adventure to your life. Visit their website today and choose your adventure. And don't forget to select Jim Schneider A to Z in the How Did You Find Us section while you're booking. Your next adventure is waiting for you at Ascendia Sports. And one more thing. Did you know that you can watch another Shanghai A to Z video on this same topic but in Chinese with your choice of subtitles in Chinese or English? It's great to watch if you're learning Chinese like me, or if you're just Chinese language curious. There's no law against that. Look for the playlist Shanghai A-Z (Mandarin) on my channel and watch any of the videos that appeal to you. Watch them all. Like them, share them, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more engaging content on Shanghai and world travel, culture, and other stuff, because subscribing to my channel costs you nothing, but it means everything to me. Thanks for watching this episode of Shanghai A-Z, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.